Hello everyone, welcome for my new diary. I'm level 50! Yeah, it's a joke. I'm level 49 and I'm still in Bankarai, cleaning the wall zone, finding all nook, making all quests, discovering all treasure map that I find. I find 3 treasure maps so far, and I still need to do the public dungeon. But I'm struggling in this dungeon. Usually I can solo them easily, but this time it's not the same story. Why? Because I'm making experiment on my character, and I will share this with you a little bit later. So once I'm done with Bankarai, I will go to Sword&Board, finish my story quest, and then maybe I will finally be level 50 and reach the end game and be able to start the veteran content. That will be so exciting for me, because after all this time I know I'm really slow and I'm taking my time while playing and I'm enjoying myself that way. But now there's a part of me who also would like to go in the veteran content, especially with all the new updates coming soon. I know it will be fun and I will be able to participate more with my guildies in different activities, and that will be really great to touch more and to be more into the group content with the rest of my guild. So, my experiment. Let's start by the beginning. When I played ESO in the beta last year, my first concept of class was a Dragon Knight Archer Healer, and it was a combination of a class that I really enjoyed a lot. I had a ton of fun, especially in PvP. The control the Dragon Knight bring was very fun. Second concept was the Sorcerer Tank, which is the character I started with, and the third one was the Templar Caster Healer. When ESO released, most of people were playing a Templar in the, following the Paladin archetype, so with heavy armor, either two-hander or a shield and a sword, and it was always a solid character, a bit more like a retribution paladin in World of Warcraft or something like that. And so to be a Templar caster was kinda original at the time, and I enjoyed to be original. I'm a little bit hipster like that. Anyway, I started with my Sorcerer Tank, and then I played my Templar Caster Healer in Craglorn on the PTS with Zerger PG and Spartan Jester, and I had so much fun that I decided to reroll and to play this class as main class, and I enjoy it a lot. You can see all my diaries. I'm very enthusiastic. Every week I'm sharing with you my new build and the new spell I'm using. I'm having a ton of fun with this class. But then Elder Scroll became Elder Stuff Online, and everyone are playing sort of caster with light armor and staffs, because it's apparently a lot more efficient. It's sort of easy mode. It's well documented on the forum and videos and everything. A lot of players are complaining about that. This is something that ZeniMax is balancing, and it will not stay like that forever, no worries. But it's still annoying, because I was something special and now I'm just like everyone else, while I didn't start it with that in mind. And so I really disliked that. So I decided that I wanted to give up on the stuff and build my character in a very different way. As I want to be a healer, and Templar allow me to have a healing spell at my disposal, I can't be a healer without a restoration stuff. I can drop this weapon and take another one. So I decided to go on shield and sword, which is, in my opinion, the only other weapon that can bring something special, as the shield will allow me more defense and to block and to bash, which can be done with another weapon, of course, but it's less efficient. So I decided to go with the melee caster healer concept instead of the ranged caster healer. And there's a lot of spells which are very funny, like this charge or the AoE that I can spread around me and stuff like that. But I'm struggling. I start to really believe that Staffs was easy mode. So everything that I had done previously in Bankarai, like world bosses, which is something I can solo easily because I'm out leveling the content. As you know, I'm doing so much stuff that I'm always like 7, 8, 9 level above the quest or the mobs in the area. And with the stuff I had no problem. Maybe I was dying once because I didn't avoid the spell or I didn't know what the world boss will do to me, but in general I can handle it very easily alone. But with the shield I'm struggling. It is not efficient, and I find it sad and disappointing. It's just difficult to manage the resource because this time not only I'm using a lot of magicka because I'm using the spells and not the weapon attack, but I still use a lot of stamina, and even if I balance the abilities, I'm still running out of resource all the time. It's really hard to manage, while with the stuff I even didn't have to ask me so much the question. It was sort of easy. If I was running out of magic, I was switching to the resto staff and just casting my resto heavy attack, and that was it. And here it's feel like I need to struggle. So I want to do it. I want to masterize this. I want to overcome those difficulties. I want to be able to say, hey guys, I managed to do it. I have this clunky build, but it worked well. Look at this. Because it will be fun to be something different. But yeah, it's so weird. It feels so inefficient and sad. So this is my character now with a beautiful shield and a weapon. I have simply taken 2 quest weapons that are fine because I didn't want to put any money into this, as it was an experiment and a test, and I've created myself 2 shields, but green ones. I didn't use too much good material, of course, always using Mendestone to increase the crit spells, and I'm using mostly the Manus gift set. So everything else is kinda old stuff that I had created. But anyway, the skills I've chosen, that's my DPS bar. So there's always the inner light. Like before, this didn't change it. My ultimate didn't change either. Reflective light, as usual, which is a good AoE spell. Solar barrage, that I have morphed differently than before. So this is the AoE, sort of melee AoE spell. I'm using the radiant aura to regain stamina and health. And this is explosive charge set. This is a movement. I wanted to use the shield charge, but I discovered that I cannot afford to use too much magicka abilities because as my gear give me more magicka, not stamina, yeah, I cannot balance it that way. So you need to have the spell. And it's a very fun one, so I enjoy to use that one. And the healing bar, which is now sort of DPS assistance bar, not really for healing right now. I have, of course, Breath of Life, Silver Bolt that I try to level up. I can change this with another healing spell when I'm healing, actually. When I'm healing, I'm taking the cleansing ritual instead of that, so I can because it's a very large AoE spells on the ground and people can dispel themselves with it. I continue with the Ring of Preservation, which is a protection spell which use stamina. and for now I'm using this. It's come from the world skill line, and it deal some magicka damage and restore 7% of health, magicka and stamina. So that's my build. So I was interrupting this video, but when I was speaking about Elder Staff Online, look, 3 guys that I find randomly in the world, and what do they have? They all have a staff. A destruction staff, a restoration staff. Everyone. Look at this. So yeah, I don't want to be a staff user anymore. I'm disgusted. I don't want to be like everyone else. It's boring.